Here we go. Tour de France starts tomorrow. Inside the final day to go. I'm back in Stanford, Connecticut, our studio home for this whole month of Tour de France coverage. I'm excited to get back in the studio and be part of the coverage team tomorrow. And I'm also excited to be doing a couple more of these videos like I did last year throughout the race. Connect my experience with the Tour de France with the race that is happening now, and then what I'm doing the rest of the year, the other 11 months out of the year, and that is working with and supporting athletes and performers as a mental performance coach. So I'll be taking a moment after some of the stages, probably not all of them, to unpack some mental performance takeaways from that particular stage of the Tour de France, and also tying in some of my Tour de France experience as well. Looking forward to it. Let me know if you have any thoughts, ideas, requests when we talk about mental skills. So we're talking about motivation, focus, concentration, resilience, a lot of the basics, but we'll deep dive into some of the more nuanced ones as well. As I think about the team time trial that's going to start off the Tour de France tomorrow for the first time in over 50 years, one of the mental skills that I just want to touch on real quick is confidence. And confidence as a Tour de France rider. I think one of the ways we can break it down is the combination of belief in self and personal traits, qualities, skills, and characteristics, and then amplified and multiplied by evidence, experience. And all of these riders that are lining up in this Tour de France tomorrow are definitely feeling confident in their abilities. Maybe not everyone feeling confident that they're going to be able to win the race, but definitely all confident and deserving that they belong there. And that comes from a lot of work, trusting and building their own abilities, characteristics, and qualities. So these are things like their ability to persevere, their intelligence, their trust in self, their ability to suffer, to push on, to read a race. And then those are amplified with things like the race results they've had in their entire career, but also the hard work that they've put in and all of those moments and processes that they've built the past months, the past years to get them to the Tour de France. So these altitude camps, the aero testing, the nutrition, the heat training, all of that amplified over and over and over. And we can all learn a little bit from this too. You know, we don't have to build Tour de France level of evidence when we're improving and building our own confidence, but yeah, we can assess and inventory what are our personal qualities, the belief in self, where does it come from? What are the things we are really good at? And then how do we amplify that with evidence? Well, we can do that also by training, by working hard, by building things brick by brick. And one sort of formulaic way that you can do this is to have a confidence journal or a confidence jar. And when you do something, when you work towards something or make a small step that is bringing you towards what you're trying to accomplish or achieve, you make a note of it or you write it on a piece of paper and stick it in a jar. And over time, you get this mounting of evidence that works together with those characteristics and qualities and skills to build more confidence. And when you're heading into a race like the Tour de France, and maybe you're looking around at the start list, you're feeling this heat in Barcelona or even here in Stanford, and maybe that confidence is wavering, well, then you actually have a physical bank or cue to look back on, and you can say, wow, look at this book or this jar of confidence that I've built from all this evidence and all this time and work I've been invested to it. So just a few thoughts on the eve of the Tour de France as we get going, and looking forward to checking back in with everyone the next few weeks.